Hello everybody, I just wanted to make this little video. I'm a bit concerned really. It really does seem that Mark Sargent has disappeared right now and he is talking to no one. I'm a bit concerned really because like I said, he's talking to no one. He's not replying to any emails. He's just gone incognito and just sending this out. Maybe he'll see this video and see that people are asking about him and hoping that he's okay. But I just want to play you. I'm going to play you this guy here. His name's Charles Johnson. To show you what they did to him, the public, and why this whole thing, like, Mark seems to have gone quiet after his interview on a British morning TV programme, and seems to have been ridiculed all over Flat Earth for stuff. And it's just like, well, I know some of these people ridiculing wouldn't have had the bottle to do it themselves, and they know that they wouldn't. So just setting up masses of drama for what? Would you be able to do it? He was sitting on a telephone with no screen, right? While they had it all set up with an astronaut, the whole thing. He thought he was going on there to help Flat Earth. That's what his aim was, because, you know, it was mainstream. It was ITV TV, yeah? But he didn't get to see what they did. And look how they mocked him. That is not Mark Sargent's fault. It's not. I mean, I'm going to talk about this guy here. But this is what they did to me. Great, absolute great headliner. And then, as you scroll on, look what they've got me sitting like. I look like some sorcerer. They wanted me to do that. They wanted me to hold the ball back and this work that no one will ever seen sitting behind me. Yeah, so I look like some sorceress. And it's not really a flattering picture of me, is it? Not really. And then up here, I absolutely hate that picture of me. Absolutely hate it. And people use that to make fun of me and call me ugly. Yeah, but I couldn't help it. They took about 50, 60 photographs of me. And they picked that one. Anyway, well, no one's going to recognise me from those photographs. No one would ever recognise me. But, you know, I had to put it aside because of this headline. This one here. So they completely annihilated me in a different way. But for this Flat Earth community, and because I came here for the truth, then this was the most important thing to me. Because everybody, including Mark Sargent, said that they would take the mickey out of me one way or another for this whole thing. So, yeah, you have to get round the fact that they've taken the PISS out of you. And so this is what he did. As long as you could get into the public, that was the most important thing for Mark Sargent. And anyway, so they did that to me. I'm going to play this, right? And here it is. It's Wally George debates Flat Earth, Charles Johnson. And you're going to see what they did to him. And this was the 1970s. So you imagine, the ball itself was not long into existence, really. Not really. The 60s is when they really changed us. But look what they did to this man. Now, you're going to hear how they treated Charles Johnson. They were disgusting to him. Now, why did you not think that they weren't going to do the same to Mark Sargent? Please, everybody. I think Mark Sargent's really, really upset at the moment. I just don't understand, everybody. He's one of the most accessible flat earthers you can find, right? You can actually call him on his telephone and talk to him. And I bet you all these people who are sniping about him don't have the balls, BALLS, to actually call him and ask him to his kind of face because they're on a phone with him. No, but you can actually call him. Well, you can't at the moment because he's gone incognito. But, yeah, I just want to show you what they did to Charles Johnson. So why wouldn't you think that they were going to do it to Mark Sargent? So why are you all, like, doing this to him? Why? This is not what Flat Earth's about. I'm sorry, you're expecting one man to be everything and you can't. Well, thanks, Mark Sargent, very much for trying and being on that programme. You're much more of a hero than all these stupid little people who are moaning and groaning about things they know nothing about. You had to sit there with a phone. They set the whole thing up. But he tried the best he could. And he went on there for flat earth. And look what everybody's doing to him. Just look. Well, for that, he's gone really, really quiet because of all the people moaning at him. Anyway, I'm just going to show you what they did to Charles Johnson. So why would you not think that they do the same to Mark Sargent? Big hugs, Mark Sargent. Please hurry up and come back.
Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. This is the final segment of our show. Before we get to our last guest, I want to invite you people here in Southern California to a very special event. On September 23rd, Tuesday night, September 23rd, I'm going to be appearing in concert at the world-famous Palomino Club in North Hollywood, and I'm going to be singing some of the songs from my new rock album. What do you think? I'm going to be there with my band, the Sound Waves, and Richard Blade is going to be there, and Rudy's going to be there. Rudy Krause. So, and there's no age limit. Anybody can come, all ages. That's Tuesday, September 23rd, 9 p.m., but get there early, about 8 o'clock, at the Palomino Club in North Hollywood, Tuesday night, September 23rd. Be sure you be there, okay? All right, now our final guest. I can't believe this, but he's the head of the Flat Earth Society. He says the Earth is definitely flat. Here is my guest, Charles Johnson. Let's hear it for Charles. Now, Charles, hold on. Now, Charles, you can't truly be serious and believe that this Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat is one of the few things that you can ever know for sure in life. It is the only sure thing. You know, they talk about death and taxes being sure, but the Earth being flat is much more sure than that.
But Charles...
I mean, you didn't give the rest of our name. It's the Flat Earth Research Society. We have research. We have learned.
But Charles, we have seen pictures of the round globe.
Are you serious, Wally? I mean, in other words, your proof is... I saw it on TV.
No, I've seen it from an airplane. It's round.
Oh, you got it from an airplane.
But Charles, are you saying everybody else is wrong and you people are the only ones who are right?
Absolutely. But don't get excited. The average person over 40 or 50 years old knows that the Earth is flat.
But Charles, if the Earth was flat, you'd go driving along, or you'd be in a boat going, and you'd reach the end, and you'd fall off the Earth.
You've got backwards. If the world were a globe, a ball, and if you tried to get to Australia, you'd go over the edge. Any direction you went, you'd go over the edge. Only a globe has an edge. Obviously and logically, a flat Earth would not have an edge. Otherwise, there wouldn't be any water on it.
But if the Earth is flat, there has to be a fall off somewhere.
No, the Earth has no edge.
But then how can it be flat?
According to Moses, who's the original writer for the Flat Earth Society, the world doesn't have a shape. It is just water. Water laying flat. Endless. The world without end.
Flat.
Right, all water lays flat. I mean, that's the nature of water, to lay flat.
Charles,
how does water lay?
Charles, I think the only thing flat here is your head.
Have you ever seen any of that water?
Charles, are you disputing... Wait, Charles, are you disputing our astronauts who have seen our beautiful round globe from outer space?
Carnies.
Carnies?
Not a word of truth. No one's been to the moon.
Oh, wait a minute. Did you say nobody has been to the moon?
No one has been to the moon.
Wait. Hold on. Are you saying that our trip to the moon was all phony?
Phony. Totally. Completely phony. And the reason, in all these years that this insane hoax has been taught, it come from Greece 2,500 years ago. It's called the grease ball religion, claiming the world is a ball. No proof had ever been found for this insane belief.
What proof do you have that the Earth is flat?
Let me get to who started the space program. Nick Khrushchev in Russia. The atheist communist, since they could find no proof, and he wanted to do away. The Bible is a flat earth book. Jesus Christ ascended straight up.
Jesus never
up
said the
and
earth
down.
was flat.
Oh, yes, he ascended up and down. Heaven is above the earth. In fact, and the only part of the Bible that's claimed written by God himself is the Ten Commandments. And within those commandments you'll find in Exodus 24, it states the earth is flat. It states you shall not make a graven image and from heaven above or earth beneath or the water underneath the earth. In other words, that says the world is flat. See, the whole point of all hoax is to do away with Christianity, to do away with sanity.
But Charles, our time is gone. All I can say is, Charles, you got a little studying to do. The earth is round. I'll be right back. Good night, everybody.
Just look at the way they treated him, Charles Johnson. And we were only 10 years into being an absolute bull. It was NASA with the pictures in the 60s. So only 10 years in, and look at the way that they're heckling him. So we're, what, 50 odd years ahead now? More indoctrinated, more and more, because what did he say? Everybody in their 50s and 60s, for whatever, would know that this was a flat plane. Yeah, and he's talking about then. So we're talking about if we're really lucky if anybody's still alive who believes in the flat earth now, because now it's been eradicated and we've been so indoctrinated. So how did you expect Mark Sargent to do everything for everybody in one interview? But at least he had the BALLS to go on and have a go for flat earth. Please, everybody, because Mark Sargent has now gone quiet. Anyway, please come back, Mark. We love you. Oh, and just to let know, we've proved on Sun and Moon, we've made our own hangout, that Mark Sargent was innocent to all the other stuff. So, please just stop all this. He's a good man.